YouTube, how you doing? It is your boy Pete Screen Navigator right back here on the channel today with even more gaming as we are taking a look at Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. It's a bit of an interesting one, this one. I wouldn't call myself that much of a Trekkie per se, and Voyager is by far one of the series that I enjoy the least out of TNG, Classic, DS9, out of the main four. Like, it's the one I enjoy the least. However, you know, I've played a couple of like old Star Trek games. One of the ones I grew up with was the DS9 game on the Mega Drive. Pain in the ass one as well. However, you know, we're adding into a new advent of like games that are available, and this one is a bit of a roguelite mixed with like the journey of Voyager through the Delta Quadrant. So when it was announced that a demo was coming out, I've always had the eye to have a look at it and have a go. And you know, today I've got time to sit down and record it, and I thought, why not take a look and our standard, you know, Monday, have a look at a weird kind of game type thing. But we're going to get into this today. It looks interesting, like a mixture of like XCOM's kind of building through Voyager and everything else, plus the essential, what's it called? Old kind of space combat that you had in some of the old Star Trek games. Armada was one of those ones, but it'll be interesting to see how we go. As far as I'm aware, there's no voice acting, so that I will try to read as much as I can. But I believe that it literally starts at the beginning of Voyager's journey and pretty much hits most of the keynotes of the main series as we go through it. So at the moment, it's all about Janeway getting onto Voyager. They're off to the Badlands to chase the Marquis and do everything else. It looks so nice though. Look at this. It's so gorgeous. There we go. That is the one thing I did like about Voyager, is the movable nacelles. Gentlemen, welcome to Voyager. Ensign Kim, you're fresh from the academy, ready for your first deep space assignment? Reporting for duty, Captain. It's an honor to be here. I hope I live up to your expectations. Ensign Kim, hope you've already met Tom Paris, our esteemed observer, a former Marquis pilot who will help us search the Badlands for the Marquis vessel. With all due respect, ma'am, observer is hardly a title befitting my talents. I'm the best damn pilot in this sector. Call me pilot extraordinaire, Ensign. The Marquis? Wow, I heard a lot of stories about them. I was never really a fan of Kim. Like, Harry's character was always very passive for me. Relax. I was with the Marquis only for a few weeks before I was captured and sent to a lovely penal colony in New Zealand. Prison? Prison? I couldn't handle it if I was in prison, says Harry Kim. Enough chatter, gentlemen. All hands, this is the captain. Report to your stations. Helm takes into the Badlands. Maximum warp. Yeah, that is classic Badlands. It's even got that kind of 2000s PS2 textures of like the dipping between the clouds. The Badlands are treacherous reaches of space where violent plasma storms can cripple even the most advanced starships. Captain Janeway observes the swirling chaos from the view screen, a subtle smile playing on her lips. She's ready for the challenge. Scanners are picking up no other vessels in the system, Captain. It's your time to shine, Mr. Paris. Any idea where your former colleagues might be hiding? I wasn't exactly Marquis of the Year, Captain, but they did prefer underground bases, remote planets, and... Captain, I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm reading a coherent Tetrion beam scanning us, and a displacement wave heading towards us. Oh no! A colossal wave of turbulent energy surges towards Voyager, its power dwarfing anything the crew has ever seen, with no time to analyze the threat. Emergency measures are initiated. So this is where we get knocked all the way across the galaxy, right? No effect. The wave will intercept us in 5 seconds. Brace for impact. Yeah, there's no real idea of why this actually happened, right? It was just the fact that it did happen, and then they got blasted to the Delta Quadrant. As the crew regains consciousness, they find their bridge in total devastation. Twisted metal, sparking consoles, and injured crewmates paint a grim picture. What just happened? Damage report. I like all of this. There's a part of me which is like, even though I'm not deep in the Trekkie like type stuff, like I just like looking at how like half of this stuff is situated. Major hull and deck damage. The transporters are offline, and we're receiving casualty reports. Bridge to sickbay. Doctor, I've got injured crew on the bridge. Doctor, damn. Yep, because the Doctor dies, and that's when they instigate the hologram, right? If I remember. Stellar cartography must be down. Voyager's blind. So essentially, it's knocked everything off, right? Like everything is damaged and everything else. Tutorial for the tutorial. Welcome to the tutorial. Click on the question mark icon 1 to the left of the screen to visit a tutorial screen. Brilliant. On controller, press D-pad left 2 times, of course, because this is going to be available for consoles as well. Some additional tutorials may not pop up. Will not pop up during gameplay, but will appear in the tutorial list. So we've got, so that just opens that, and we've got activate room. There we go. Activate stellar cartography in the lower part of the ship. To activate it, open up its menu and select in the room. I presume it's this, right? Okay, so we do have upgrades. I mean, obviously, this is going to be really far down the line. I would like to have been able to, like... Oh, I can zoom out. So the shuttle bay's damaged. Torpedo bay's, life support, life support, life support, life support, life support. Holodeck. Can I repair the holodeck? That'd be quality. No, fuck stellar cartography. Let's just repair the holoship. There is so much to do here. Holy. I'm not even sure if this is... like true to the actual, like obviously there's a lot of dead space around here, right? But like I'm not sure how true this is. Oh, you got the main deflector as well. That's rendered so well. That's crazy how rendered that is. That's stunning to me. But I mean, I assume like a lot of this is gonna be about. Oh, phaser control room as well. I presume a lot of this is going to be progressed through the actual main game. Because obviously, there's only going to be so much to do at this part of the game, right? Captain, sensors are picking up something out here, but what Harry's trying to stammer is that we're not in the Badlands anymore. And here is Caretaker. What is that thing? Where are we? If our sensors are working, we just jumped over 70,000 light years into the Delta Quadrant. The Delta Quadrant? How? Captain, life support systems are failing. This array will have to wait. Mr. Paris, take the helm. Find us a deuterium source. So we've got to scan points of interest with question marks to reveal resources. So... well, let's try something that's close to us, right? Because we don't want to go too far away from deuterium. So, let's scan. Deuterium ++. Oh my god. Okay. Now we can get deuterium. Navigate your ship by traveling to various locations while traveling time passes in the form of cycles. And then deuterium powers the warp drive. Uranium and titanium for construction and repair, and then obviously we need crew. This is everything around the top. Points of interest. Okay, so this is where we have our kind of like roguelite system operate. You know, we'll get story points as we go through, and there'll be options, and we'll get different rewards based off what we choose. And I assume, from what I've seen on the trailer, there's away teams that we have on certain parts of the story, which I assume, since this is the beginning of the Voyager story, we'll be doing the whole caretaker kind of away team type situation, and we'll then have different stories, I guess, to take. I know a big one was that they actually showed in the trailer was the Tuvix episode. Love it or hate it, but you get choice. You can make that choice, can't you? So yeah, excellent dark green and good light green. So I presume that would be different colours. Will give you more rewards. Yellow can include minor setbacks. Oh, so there's yellow. So this isn't showing dark green or yellow. This is just showing like light green, orange and bad, which are all going to be terrible options. Okay. So I assume we can click on something. That I'd like to know what the difference is between... Oh, that's geranium, that's deuterium, and we want deuterium to get there. Okay. Fair enough. So we can use the tractor beam to get a whole bunch. And this is light green, so I assume it's fine, right? Okay, so we got way less than we actually wanted because it decided to jump down into the yellow at the end. We can now deactivate grey mode. I don't know. Ready to increase warp core output. Okay, the warp core is the reactor that powers the ship. To generate energy, it continually consumes deuterium. Okay, fair enough. It's our power, right? Depending on the reactor level, you produce more energy, but you need more deuterium. Increase the power output by selecting main and switching the outcome to a higher tier. So this is our tier. So grey mode is using 0, but we get 20 per cycle. This uses 1. Oh wow, but that increases, but we lose 20 deuterium per cycle. Okay. I presume that gives us more power per thing. Like the warp core is not only gonna power what we can do, move around, but I assume it'll power rooms as we unlock them. Anyway, good. Now, what about this thing, this array? I can't tell, Captain, but our scanners detected a marquee panel next to it. Now, I mean, look at some of these arms. It looks like somebody's bought like a bloody build set and just gone, I'm going to attach it here, and give it wings. Like, what are the purpose of these array panels? Scan for life signs. It's a 100% chance for success. Scan the ship for life signs. There's no one on board. Brilliant. Okay, so our sensor array is only at level 1, so we have 40 plus 35%. So we've got to scan the array. What about the array? Several life signs on board. So it doesn't even give us the actual bar chance for success on that one. I presume because it's maybe a story quest thing and it's just an auto success. Is one of them Vulcan? I'm not sure, Captain. The signals are weak. We'll just have to see for ourselves. I want the transporter room repaired and ready. Gee, I wonder what we'll be doing next. To get us to a geranium repository, we'll need it to repair the transporter room. Okay. So, this is geranium, right? Okay, but let us scan this. So we got geranium there. We've got geranium here. Can I scan this? I can scan all of this, right? Am I using time? Because what is to stop me scanning everything? There's not, right? I could just sit here and scan things and just... Pass cycles 2. Oh god. It's so small up here. Scan. 7 cycles away. I see. So realistically, all we want to do is we want to see... So we've scanned everything in the sector, right, that we can scan. We haven't passed any cycles. The shipwreck is only 1 cycle away, whereas that is 2. So, I mean, it makes more sense to go and do this. Oh, we don't have torpedoes, so we can't get much out. So we just want to focus on salvaging, right? Because that'll give us the best chances. Only just. Only just got in there. We now have all the geranium we need. Engineering standard by to repair the transporter. Boop. So we can repair this. And I assume it's just going to take time to do. Which is what this is. Transporters are back online. So we don't have to man the rooms either. I guess it's fine. Set course for the array. It's time we got some answers. So we've got to go back here. Which makes sense. But that's another 2 cycles out, right? I do like how this is all kind of mini cutscened around. Enter Kim. Mr. Paris. Get ready for your first away mission. Okay, there you go. So I was right. So we do have the away missions. Right. Because this is something else we saw in the trailer, is that you could build your away teams. Obviously, this is a fixed story event, and as I assume we build the main pillars of the crew, we have different options. My mind is going to presume before reading this that they're all going to be good at certain kind of points, and some are better than others. Away missions present a series of challenges, which we'll see on the left-hand side. Heroes. Why don't you just call it the crew? The crew possess skills and traits, because that makes more sense. Why do they have to be heroes? To imply there are heroes implies there are villains. Select heroes for the matching skills for your away team. Damage operation. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, close. Right, so obviously we want to take Harry. He's quick-witted. I mean, they've done the very best they can with the likenesses, but it's a very Uncanny Valley kind of thing, isn't it? Right, okay, so I assume that we want Starfleet crew, which means that as we go through, we'll probably be picking up non-Starfleet, which makes sense. Depends if Chakotay and stuff will be marked as Marquee, or if they'll actually stay as Starfleet. I assume they'll be Starfleet, because that's what they end up being. So this seems to be healing, science, and repair, which we seem to have covered over everything, but the stats are pretty low, which is... we're at the beginning of the game, so it makes sense. Decide on an approach and select the hero to complete the challenge with the appropriate skill. If the skill is lower than the requirement, the success chance is displayed. I see. Okay, I'm sure we'll understand more as we have an option. And it looks like the skill points are going to decline as well, based on what I can see on the right-hand side here. Captain, we seem to have materialized in the middle of a cornfield. This place, it's eerily similar to Earth, but something's off. Any suggestions on what to do next? I see. So, the risk level is 29, but I only have 25. So this is my bar for success, I guess. Or I can scan for life signs or strange energy signatures. So technically this is the better option, because... which is weird, because it's only a difference by 4. Oh, you got to press and hold to succeed as well. Fair enough. Harry and Tom use their tricorders to scan for life signs to detect a strange energy spike emanating from a nearby area. Following the readings, they navigate through the corner and find a farm with people working the fields, and an old man sits on the porch of a nearby farmhouse, strumming a banjo. Caretaker, obviously. After a challenge, the participating team members are fatigued and their skill values are lowered. All of them, or just the one that did it? Let them rest for the next challenge to recover and plan. So, alright, so I used Harry, and it has taken off Harry's skills by about 6 or 7 points. That's quite a lot. So essentially what the game wants me to do now is not use Harry. So it really wants me to do one of these. So this is going to be bad, because this is going to be like just over. But this is going to have way more success, right? Captain, this old man seems harmless enough. He might know what's going on here. How should we approach him? So, I mean, this is going to give us the best chance, right? So, success! 1! Harry and Tom discreetly observe the old man, trying to analyse his body language. Something feels off, like he's putting on an act, but they can't quite put a finger on why the old man seems perplexed by their presence. Wondering about Harry and Tom being early and how it is not their turn yet, he invites them to stay on the farm and wait, offering them some fresh corn cobs. So we got bonus science, I'm going to guess. I don't know how that works. You can select more than one hero for a challenge if they both possess the rock-hard skill. If the accumulated skill value is equal or higher, you have a chance for critical success at the golden part of the chance bar. I see. Which is probably what this is going to tell me to do now, right? The old man isn't much help. We'll try to find the marquee ourselves. There's a large barn behind the farmhouse. The tricorder readings are off the charts. There's definitely something strange. So this is basically saying that we can do both of these rather than one of the things. And I assume this is just going to give us... I presume this is deuterium, right? It's not really telling me. It would be helpful if I could... I know this is a demo, and there's obviously going to be some feedback and everything else. And a lot of... Like, I'm very late to covering this, so... there's going to be a lot of stuff that's already going to be mentioned. But it would be nice to do this. My brain likes to be able to read stuff as I go. So we'll just follow the directions of the tutorial and we will follow this step. But I didn't even crit it. God damn it. But I'm going to assume that's going to take his down even further, right? Because we've used them twice in a row. Harry and Tom tried to disrupt the energy field, causing a flicker in the air, but before they could break the illusion, the people from the field burst in, wielding farm tools as weapons. The old man appears and reveals the barn is an illusion. The back wall designed to show a bluish glowing room where unconscious people, including the tattooed man, Chakotay, and a half-Klingon woman, Balana, lounge surgical tapes. I had to remember that then. God, it's been a while since I've watched Voyager, I tell you. Sometimes you have to make major decisions that have a large influence on how the story proceeds. These decisions are marked with a golden outline. I see. These people must be in the missing marquee. They are being held here. Right, okay, so we've got the construction or the deuterium. Deuterium, I can't remember the names. But, so I've got the option. I'm going to pass these however, but I have a better critical chance to do this, right? Because Harry's obviously got the better points, so we should get Balana. Give me a crit. Crit it? Yes! Critical success. I'll take it. Harry sprints towards the half-Klingon woman, hoping to rouse her. As he reaches out, the old man stops him. A look of concern on his face, but Harry can react. A blinding white light fills the room, and everything goes blank. Successful challenges and a critical success, and we had no injuries. They gained up to level 2. I don't know what that means. A sudden return. Captain Janeway anxiously awaits the return of her away team when Harry Kim unexpectedly materializes behind her. What happened on the array? So Harry's been returned, but I presume Tom's still down there? What happened over there, Mr. Kim? We lost contact with you for several hours. Hours? But we were just there, right? Tom? Tom! Seems like he's still on the array. I hope you have a hidden piloting talent, because we're short. Captain, we're being hailed by the Marquis. And there's Balana. Starfleet! I don't know what you did to our commander, but I can still ram this wreck into your precious starship. Ram us? One of our own is also missing. It would make sense to postpone the ramming until we're all accounted for. Does that sound reasonable? We're beaming over. Despite Janeway's invitation, the arrival of the Marquis crew is fraught with tension. Both sides remain wary as they prepare to discuss their shared predicament. There's Balana. She has kicked the other security off the weapons console, it seems. Don't play games, Starfleet. We're armed and ready to defend ourselves. I wouldn't have it any other way. Glad to have you back, Tuvok. Tuvok recruited. Likewise, Captain. Miss Torres, I must inform you I was assigned to infiltrate the Marquis. A Vulcan can never lie. I never liked you, Vulcan. That is unsurprising. I assure you I performed my Marquis duties to the highest standards. Patach! Patach! To do Klingon, you gotta have a bit of phlegm in your throat. Patach! Like that. Patach! You win some, you lose some. Let's focus on bringing Mr. Paris and your commander back. His name is Chakotay, and we can't get back in that easy. They're sealed, and their communications are cut off. Lieutenant Tuvok, get down to engineering and find a way to bypass whatever's jamming our communications. Report back as soon as you have a solution. So what does this want me to repair now? We need require resources and the engineering office to mobilize additional workforces. Prioritize life support, secure the core decks, and restore Deck 5 functionality first to gain access to the engineering office. So, right, to be able to supply power to a room, you need to activate a life support unit of the corresponding deck. Each life support plan instantly. Right, okay, so this is my power, right? Oh, I can hover over it on this screen. I just can't hover over it on the actual chat screen. Okay, so we got dilithium. So this is science points. Science points are produced in a lab. Occasionally they can also be obtained in away missions, which is what we found. There is a tech tree apparently. Okay. I'm pressing, I can't click on that. That's for life support. Borg nanites. Yes, the Borg. I love the Borg. The most overused thing ever in existence ever since they were initially introduced. I hate the Borg. So this is energy, right? So it is based on our warp core, okay? Batteries store excess energy. Okay, that's useful to know. And then we obviously want this, we'll need this, and that's food. And our crew is idling, and our work team is idling. So, we need to repair that. Engineering office is now... Of course it's a mess. We'll have to fix it before we can even use it. Do I have to repair the whole thing? So I need to do life support deck per floor. Right. So what is... That's the science lab. I could repair it. How much uranium do I have? I have 32. So I could repair... So what is... Ooh. Sick bay. So I assume... So I do actually have to man stuff. So as we build stuff up, it's gonna actually take things up. So, okay. And then we can upgrade it as well. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Apparently upgrading it is getting me plus each other. I don't know. I'm actually interested. So if I repair it... Oh, so it's 3 cycles to repair. Okay. Torpedo launch bay. Which I don't have enough for. Have I screwed myself? No, I haven't screwed myself. But I haven't got any more work teams. Hire more in the engineering office. Which I can't do because I have foobarred myself. Okay. How do I get to system? Because I've got to waste time. So I may as well... What am I lowest on? I'm lowest on the geranium, right? So we may as well set course here to get the geranium, right? Let's use our tractor beam, I guess. Sick. Well, we got a whole bunch of geranium. So if we go onto the ship, that means we should have 1 more cycle, right? Okay. So what do we do now? So that is deuterium. That's 4 cycles away. But it'll give me 2. It kind of like paces stuff quite close to each other, right? So it's essentially as if you want to get anywhere. This is the furthest away, but it's also the easiest way back. So let's set course. But I kind of want to... Yep, so I want to enter the ship. So sick bay is ready. Injured and sick crew will be placed in sick bay. After treatment, they go back to work. So you actually do need to assign people. Okay. But I haven't got anybody there because we haven't activated the doctor yet. Okay, right, so... Repairs in progress. Right, okay, so that's going to take me 2 cycles anyway. And I'm heading here anyway, which should do the last couple of cycles, right? Yeah, there we go. Boom. Engineering office fully operational again. We now have an additional work team to carry out 2 tasks. Okay. Building and repairing rooms, even clearing rubble, occupies work teams. To be able to carry out several tasks at the same time, obtain additional teams by building or upgrading. Right. We should now focus on deck 2 and the mess hall. Right, so I then need to turn on and more life support. Okay. The morale bar shows your current morale, the change to morale per cycle. Oh, so it's added more stuff to my overview. Okay, so that's morale, and this is the needs of the crew. Got you. Okay, so I need 50 food and 50 life support report. There we go. That's fine. And now... Yeah, so we need to repair this. We've got the deuterium. Because we are going out. Until we should address crew accommodation. Room must be cleared. Right. The ship is heavily damaged and many parts are destroyed beyond repair. To free up new building space, you will first have to remove the remnants of the old. Are these fixed? They're like all the ruined... I guess the ruined rooms are... there. We should continue collecting more resources. So, is the easiest way to go here? I've got so much... I mean, the game kind of pauses as you go and as you kind of like finish a thing, right? Yeah, so there we go. So we enter the ship. This is ready. Mess repairs are complete. You should switch to replicate rations. It will enhance crew ration. Right, okay. With every cycle, your crew consumes rations. You can always use emergency rations, which are there, but they don't require resources, but lower morale. The crew is used to consume premium rations made by the replica, but they consume deuterium. Right, which is this thing, right? So... Right, so this is my morale, right? So the thing is that I'm losing 50 morale because I need to get the home stuff done. Oh, that's the shield generator. I'm really tempted. Where are the ruined rooms? That's what I'm working on at the moment. That's the science lab. Can I fix the shuttle bay? I can't. Oh, it's still locked at the moment. What is this? The workshop. What does the workshop do? Right, okay. I feel like having shields or phasers is probably going to be useful. So I would really like to get the shields up. I feel like I'm going to need this, right? I feel like there's going to be a point where I'm going to have to fight something. And I really should focus on having the stuff repaired. Oh, fair enough. Right, okay. Room removal concluded. Maybe we should rebuild some crew quarters? Sure. To build new rooms, select the empty building space to bring up the construction menu. You have enough work, teams, and resources. You build the room, and every room needs a corresponding area. What does that mean? Oh, wait. I can do 2 things in here? Maintenance, crew, technology, combat, Borg. Yeah, it's all locked because I haven't done any Borg stuff yet, but... accommodates 10 ex-Borg. I'm really entertained. Oh, wow. You can just get, like... Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. That story... The game is going to go on through all of Voyager, and that is crazy to me. Right. So we have a sick bay already, officer quarters, crew quarters. Accommodates 8 crew in standard, but we can only do emergency quarters because this is locked for whatever reason. So I assume that does both of those. Okay. Your crew is the lifeboard of your ship. Each room requires personnel to operate, so keep this in mind when adding new rooms or upgrades. Don't forget to provide necessary accommodation or morale may drop faster than you'd like. But that's fine, you know, because... Cool. Caretaker? What does Caretaker want? Captain, the erased jamming signal has been neutralized. We should be able to establish communication. And all it took was food and quarters. Gah. Let's hope they respond. Hail the array. Ugh. Who's this? Why are you bothering me? Oh, it's you. Why are you back? You don't have what I need. I remember that voice, Captain. It's the old man with the banjo, but his form is entirely different compared to how he appeared on the array. I'm Captain Janeway of the Federation starship Voyager. We mean you no harm. We just want our people back. You can't have them. They might have what I need. You just have to leave them. Wow, okay. So I have a 70% to appeal. Let Torres talk? Okay. Or I could just scan. Okay, that's interesting. So... I mean, the best chance is obviously sensor array, right? I won't rely on the words of a stranger. Scan the array for life signs of Tom and Chakotay. No signs of encountering and no humanoid life signs indicated at all. Who or what are we talking to right now? So I have to do this anyway. I'm going to let Balana talk. Listen here, Gramps! Return Chakotay or use that badger in ways only a Klingon could! The struggle for survival, it is a heavy burden. I've no time for this, there just isn't enough time. Time for what? To ensure their survival. Whose survival? I hope you're not talking about Chakotay and the pilot. Your people? No, your people may hold the key to their survival. You're stealing my time. I don't have time. There's not enough time. If I remember, he's dying, right? The life form that is known as the Caretaker is dying, and the Caretaker looks after the people on the planet nearby, and he's trying to make sure that their survival continues after the Caretaker essentially passes. I think we've been cut off. This is getting us nowhere. We need to find our people fast. You managed to extract valuable information, Miss Torres. I commend you for that. Captain, if I may, I've observed that the array has been sending energy pulses towards the 5th planet of the neighbouring system ever since our arrival. Given the lack of information regarding our missing crew's location, investigating this planet seems to be the most logical next step. It's the only lead we have. Thoughts, Miss Torres? I don't like this any more than you, but it'd be easier if we worked together. Captain. Helm, set course for the 5th planet of the neighbouring system. Let's find our people. Set a course for the 5th planet in the neighbouring system. Oh, right, okay. So the sector map shows the entire sector with several star systems. We can either travel directly to another system, or we can scan the system first and select a specific pole to visit. Holy! So we are realistically going to get to choose to do the whole trip home? That's insane. That is actually insane if that's the case. So I have shields now. How am I doing on power? I have 11. This is fine. My deuterium use is going up. So what I want to do is I want the phasers, right? I want to repair phasers. I probably should have gone for... Right, okay. So Voyager's here. This is my mission, I guess. But I need to deal with the array first. So... Can I... How do I scan this? No, I didn't want to set a course! No! Right, okay, well... Oh, hello! Oh, the aero shuttle. That's really sick. Wasn't expecting to see that quite so early, but okay. So what else is here? We've got the torpedo launch bay, we've got a workshop, and we've got a shuttle bay. I presume I really... Because I don't have whatever this is, right? I can't... Tritanium. No, I don't have any tritanium yet. And plus I'm missing resources. But this seems to be locked anyway. This is also locked. Yeah, I can repair this. Let's just repair that. We'll see how we're going. So maybe... Everything's built. Cool. So I guess I can just start clearing this. Oh, because that'll give me the stuff as well. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Voyager's got here anyway. I made a bloody... What I meant to do was... Where is it? Battery compartment. Oh, interesting. What I meant to do was... Stellar cartography. It's on. Okay. Why? I thought I was meant to be able to scan first. You right click and hold it to scan. Okay. Okay, right. So that's the story. And then we've got all of this stuff in between that we can do, right? So the fact that I can just right click to do scanning rather than do go around and do everything, right? Oh, camper, yay! It actually has a name. Whereas these are all just like random things. Okay, so this is a lot of... I am running really out of deuterium, so realistically I should come and do this. But let's go get here. Cool. Thank you. I don't know why I built this. What does this do? I don't know. Well, I've still got 17 crew left. This is fine. I'm not really running out of anything right now. What I wanted to have a look at is can I can't repair this. I can't repair this. So, you know, for the sake of things, I may as well just life support so we can't send crew there. Alright, so I can only repair stuff on this level. Right, and I can't repair it any more. Oh, I see. So there's life support here as well. Oh, interesting. Interesting. But I can't repair any of it anyway, so... And it requires these to repair life support, as well as upgrading rooms. Okay. So I'm pretty much... Because I can just repair on this side as well, right? Which I may as well do at the moment, because I've just got access to life support on this kind of room. Fair enough. Not sector, we want system. So, right, okay. Leave the storage alone and focus on stuff. We don't have a torpedo bay, so let's just do this. We should just get... Yep, fair enough. And then we want to go here. Uh-oh. Enter ship. Because essentially what we want to do is we want to just keep repairing stuff. If we kill the debris, this will just fill this up a little bit, which makes life a little bit easier. We really want as much as we can get. Please stay green. I'll take it. That is a lot of stuff. You actually go through your deuterium so quickly. That's cool. Let's do this. Yep. Lost due to full storage. So I can only have 1,000. Okay. Interesting. Only having 1,000 seems a little bit annoying, but what are you going to do? Crew, your current technology is inefficient. So how do I do technology then? So this is how I establish stuff, but I don't have... Do I have like a recovery room? Do I have like a science room or anything yet? Guess not. Oh, you can recruit allies this way? That's interesting. That's interesting. I don't know what the aero shuttle bay does, but that's really... The aero shuttle bay is interesting to me. Torpedo launch bay, I can't do a damn thing. I presume this is where I do research. But I can't unlock this for whatever reason. Not enough work teams, hire more in the work team. Okay, so once one of these is done, we'll have a look at maybe doing that. I want to see if there's any research available, right? That's what I want to do. Oh man, I like this. I really enjoy going through all of this. Right, so we've done this. I can repair this. So that's literally just due to the workrooms then. The workforce. Okay, okay. We're getting there. But we don't really want to have too many workforce, but we need to stop this. But what I want to do is I want to get actual crew stuff, because that'll get our morale up, right? Hooray! 30 science. So we may as well... I want to see if it gives me any other option rather than just go to planet and fix thing, right? Right, so I can't do any research. Aha! So I'm going to put Harry in here. But what does that allow me to do? Nothing, really. Okay. But where's engineering? Because then I should be able to just put Balana in here, right? I can put Tuvok in here. Oh. I don't know what that does. Oh, that's the shield generation. That wasn't even the warp core. The warp core's here. That's transporter room. That's the workshop. I'm guessing I should be able to put Balana in there. Yeah, because she's just there. I don't know what any of that does, but I'm going to... Ah, main engineering. That's what I was... Because I want to put Balana in there, because I remember she's a smart cookie. She knows how... She becomes chief engineer. But that's it, right? That's all I can really do at the moment. Right. What we want to do is we want to... Oh, okay. Interesting, right. So that's how you get more. You should build cargo bays and stuff. Okay. Technology. Science. Unlocks the tech tree. Which is what I've done, right? I've unlocked the tech tree. Well, I just don't have access to it yet, I guess. I guess. Yeah, I don't have torpedoes yet. Ooh, cheeky boy, cheeky boy. So if we go here, we'll go get this, and we'll go do the main story, I guess. I'm just trying to figure out how. I'm just trying to figure out how most of this game is working, basically. But I'll be interested if you're able to backtrack, because that would be interested. That would be interesting. -1 morale per cycle. So how are we doing? So that's taking the emergency quarters are taking it down to about 10 per thing. So, because essentially what the game wants me to do is to just keep building stuff, right? So what I should do is I should just, well, we'll get that cleared for starters. What I should do is I should just build enough quarters to solve the housing crisis I have. Because apparently even in space, even in the future, housing crisis still exists. Okay, I think I should be good. My power is running low. I'm kind of a little bit concerned about that. But let's go do the compass. Let's continue our story. Because we've been doing this for a little. We'll continue. Oh. I know it's pre-rendered, but this must be using like an in-game model because this looks so nice. Let's see what we have here. Following the caretaker's energy pulses, Voyager reaches a desert place with a harsh, unforgiving landscape. Are Tom Paris and Captain Chakotay perhaps being held in this place? What makes this place so special? Right, okay. I can do a general scan, and I may as well. Right, why not do the optional stuff that I have 100% at, right? They're constantly targeting a single location, a barren piece of the desert. Our recommended away team investigates the area. There's something else. The interval between each pulse has decreased by 0.47 seconds since we left the array. They're getting faster, and he says running out of time, which means whatever he's doing, we better hurry. Do a general scan, which I think I did anyway, right? Has all the basic characteristics of an M-class planet, but no ocean or river. No oceans and no rivers. The array's energy pulse are interfering with the... so did I presume I failed? We examine the world firsthand. Oh, I presume that this is an Ocampan ship? I can't remember what... I can't remember the name of the... because I know that there's an antagonistic race that's around this area, right? First contact. Oh, it's Neelix! A peculiar alien with a mischievous grin greets Voyager from his chaotic vessel. Neither Starfleet nor the Marquis have ever seen such a species before. Perhaps an inhabitant of the Delta Quadrant? Greetings! Looking for something on this dusty old rock? Would we find anything, Mr. Neelix? Never seen a ship like yours. Let me guess. You were whisked away from somewhere else in the galaxy and brought here against your will. Sounds as though you've heard this story before. Thousands of times? Well, 100 times, maybe 50 times, but the caretaker has been bringing ships here for months. The caretaker? That's what the Ocampa call him. He probably snatched some of your crew too, right? They're likely down on the planet with the Ocampa. But Captain, it's a tricky place. Dangerous, you could use a guide, but of course, a guide needs a little, you know. Compensation? Sounds fair. Wonderful! To be honest, I've had it rough recently. Those pesky void voles have been nibbling away at my supplies. Some food and water would be most welcome. I hate Neelix. I just really despised Neelix back in the day. If you help us find our missing crew, you can have all the food and water you want. It's a deal. But you gotta do something, right? I guess there is something to be said for I guess I can guess that there's something to be said for being able to, what's the word? My point is he's like a nomad. Nomad's the right word. Just trying to survive in the world, and you do everything you can to do that. Right. So, what do I do now? Rebuild Voyager and explore the systems, or skip cycles until... Right, okay, so it's basically saying I can do stuff. So, I can't do this What is there left to collect here? Because there's just the deuterium, right? And I can't examine Class F stars. None of these have... Because I can only hold 1,000, right? So... And I can only hold 100 duranium, so there's not so much to do there either, so... But I can't just auto... Oh, skip cycle. I see. Okay. Do I have to skip one more cycle? Sure. Build enough quarters to inhabit all of the crew. Boom. Yeah, which is what we need to do anyway, right? Because this is what we're doing. We've been clearing enough. We've been clearing enough to do this. We can remove this, and then I should be able to just build this, and then that will do enough for the crew, right? That should be everything once this is done. And now I have a call from Caretaker. God, there he is, standing there ominously. What a delicious meal! A culinary masterpiece. I've never encountered such a tangy but comforting, smooth yet vibrant concoction. What was it called again? Tomato soup. Tomato soup! I'm something of a culinary wizard myself, you know. My Alfarian hair pasta bowl is widely known for its bold, mouth-watering taste. Mr. Neelix, I'm pleased you're enjoying yourself, but we need your assistance. Now. Oh yes, your missing crew, right. Scan the southern continent and look for a range of dead volcanoes. At their foot, you'll find a Kazon Ogler encampment. The Kazon. That was the name of the militaristic band people, huh? Kazon what? One Kazon sector many. They control this part of the quadrant. They're a bit difficult. But with the right approach, even they can be reasoned with. I thought you said the Okampa had our people. Well, the Okampa do have your people. It's just finding them is a bit tricky. My old pal, Marge Jabin, the Ogler leader, might know where to look. He's a nice guy, a bit gruff, but he says that. Send the away team down. So... Beware an away team, and you'll accompany them, Mr. Nudix. So, oh, right. So I need to... Am I not at Okampa? I thought I was. Captain, we reached our destination. Orders. Send away team. So we're going to send Neelix, and we'll send Balana. And Balana pretty much does the same thing that Kim does. But their stats are, like, kind of swapped. So we'll send down Tuvok as well. Because that should give us a wide range of everything we need. I'd even check the stuff that was needed on the left-hand side. Like an absolute idiot. Oh. What are we doing? Right. The away team materializes in a small valley between the dead volcanoes. The sun burns on them mercilessly. The air is hot and dry, and a sandy wind whips into their eyes. Captain, our tricorders are malfunctioning. Probably because of the high energy impulses. How can we get our bearings in it? So, yeah, I'm guessing, like, this is because... I don't know why I can't use this. But you know, we're going to have to struggle. We'll have to use Tuvox. Oh, no! The away team finds it difficult to make progress in the harsh conditions. Wind and sand slow them down, and the uneven terrain often causes them to stumble. Eventually, they reach a ledge, exhausted and disorientated. In the distance, they spot the Kazon Ogler settlement. However, the wind is picking up, and a massive sandstorm is approaching from the south. So, a fail does what? What does a fail mean? A sandstorm is heading our way. We need to find cover first. Alright, so we've got Balana, so we can do this. Or we can... Will that pass it? That would pass it, but it would take Tuvok down to, like, really low, right? Let's just do this. Like, this feels like it's just going to be an instant win. I'm going to win regardless, right? Balana wastes no time. With impressive efficiency, she swiftly constructs a wind-resistant shelter from the surrounding debris, all the while grumbling about the perceived incompetence of the Starfleet team. After all seems like an eternity, the storm subsides, the away team emerges unharmed and sets off in the direction of the Kazon Ogler settlement. Sometimes certain approaches in away missions bear additional risk. Dangerous approaches are marked by danger level indicator. Words are hard. Failing such attempts can result in injuries or even fatalities. What does it mean by... Ah, this is what it means by risk level. I see. Talaxian, let Neelix do the introductions. Approach in a I mean, so this is morale, right? No, it's crew. Crew? Morale? Yeah, it's morale. So, I mean, we just do this because it's... Oh, it's critical success. I rolled the 1. Neelix bounds forwards, greeting the Kazon Ogler in his usual boisterous manner. The women and children seem to recognize him, but their expressions are skeptical rather than welcoming. The men approach cautiously, weapons in hand. A tall Kazon emerges from the settlement. Jabin, their leader, at the sight of Neelix, his face darkens. In the background, a badly bruised young woman who looks nothing like the Kazon, but more like a woman with pointy ears, peers round a corner. Seems like the Kazon don't find Neelix as charming as he led us to believe. How should we appease them, Captain? So, Neelix is fatigued, which is why I've lost my ability there. But I could do strength. How am I doing on my morale? My morale seems to be a bit fine, so... I don't know why it's making error sounds to me, but there we go. It's fine. The display of potential force seems to impress Jabin, who explains that the Akampa live underground. Their access is controlled by the caretaker, who also provides their only source of water. As proof, Jabin points to the bruised woman he is holding as a slave, explaining that she is one of the few who have managed to reach the surface. When suddenly, Neelix grabs a phaser, points at Jabin, and demands for the Akampa girl to be freed. Yep, things are getting out of hand, Captain. We should retreat. So what's my best option? I guess my best option is this, right? Kes is recruited. Hooray. The away team raises their hands in a gesture of peace, slowly backing away while choosing their words carefully to calm the angry Kazon. Jabin, though furious at Neelix's impulsive action, recognizes the away team's intelligent attempt to de-escalate the situation. He allows them to retreat. Those eyes burn with anger. Alright, well, we failed one challenge, right? So... More than gratitude, safely back on Voyager, Neelix surprises the rest of the away team as he and the rescued woman kiss passionately. How deep does the relationship between the two go? Oh god, the head wobble is weird. My dearest Kes, didn't I promise I'd save you? I knew you would come back for me, my love. You lied and endangered my crew. This is not how trust is built, Mr. Neelix. He was desperate, Captain, but I understand. I want to repay you and your crew for saving me. As Jabin said, the access to the underground city is controlled by the caretaker. There is a tunnel, but the caretaker sealed it with a security barrier. We may be able to transport through the barrier if I had the slightest breach. A transport signal amplifier would be necessary. Excellent idea. Kes, can you help us once we've located the breach? Of course, it's the least I can do. I'm grateful now. Ask Kes what she knows about the caretaker. What can you tell us about the caretaker? For generations, he provided the Akampa with food, water, energy, and protection from the outside world. Any idea where he does it or where he came from? Nope. We have stories and legends about him, but they're just stories and legends. Okay, well, we've got things to do. Alright, someone get started on that transport signal amplifier, and Kes will go to sickbay and have you examined. Science lab is back online. Shocking that. We can start researching the signal amplifier. Initiate medical holographic program. Because I've already repaired everything, right? While I was waiting. Introducing the Doctor. With no other options available, Captain Janeway activates Voyager's emergency medical hologram. A shimmering figure materializes in sickbay, ready to provide critical care. Do excuse me. Please state the nature of the medical emergency. Doctor, our chief medical officer is dead. You have to take care of sickbay for now and this patient, Kes. Do my best. Captain, I am programmed for optimal medical care. What else would I do? Now, if you excuse me, I have a patient to attend to and a sickbay to reorganize. So I'm assuming... Where is sickbay? Where is sickbay? Sickbay is here. I'm assuming that means I have the Doctor. The Doctor! And I don't really know what Kes does. I'm not even sure what best Kes would be doing anywhere, I'll be honest with you. Combat allies! Oh my god! Increases the fire rate of the phaser ray. I'm gonna put 2 up there instead. Right, well, I need the science lab, workshop, transporter room, engineering, sick bay, shields. The main deflector. Engineering. I wish there was a way to have like a. I wish there was a way to just have like a jump to a specific room. Because I am lost. No, I haven't even worked teams. Oh, there's the science lab. Oh my god. 3 cycles. Okay, there we go. Whew. Alright, so system. I guess while I'm doing stuff, we just go and piss around and do some stuff. That's it really, isn't it? Because otherwise we go all the way over here to get... Okay, so we got the craftable item now, and we've researched this. Okay. Access to the tech tree. Okay. To research new upgrades, this is where you can upgrade rooms or unlock passive bonuses to increase efficiency. Certain technologies first require an upgrade of the tier of a technology character. Right. Unlocking a new tech costs research points, which we've been saving. Research points are produced by active science labs. So you can build more science labs to get more points. Okay. And yes. Okay. So, the blueprint for the single amplifier are complete. However, to start productions, we need to repair the workshop. I've already done that. Okay. What I want to do is I want to have a look at the tech tree. There it is. Okay, so there's nothing on tier 1, so we have to research tier 2, right? Okay, and then we've got engineering, we've got crew, and we want to get reveal this thing. Alright, right, okay, but I've done this, right? Crew quarters. That's what I want to learn. Inspired workforce. Interesting. So there's science as well. Active scan, navigations, hydroponics bay. Load of food. Gotcha. Combat. Shield frequency. Interesting. Borg. Everything's hidden because Borg. I imagine that's going to be the way that you'll get like the okay, so how do I get out of the... Ooh, there we go. That was very interesting. Right, workshop. There we are. Right, so I guess we need to build one of those. And then science lab is there. And that's researching as well. Okay, that's fine. So we go back out to the system. Boom and boom. The crew is very happy about the fulfilled promise, and I get a whole bunch of morale out of it. Fantastic. So no longer am I losing morale. I'm now gaining morale per cycle. Fantastic. You love to see it. Right. Clear that. Clear that. Just to do stuff, I guess. Okay. Captain's acknowledgement. Gain morale after a 1 combat. That's actually interesting. No, what we want to do here is we want to learn this. A little bit late to learn it, but I'll take it because it will then lead us into everything else. So what did hull repair efficiency, hull cargo bay, enhanced hyper spanner? I guess that's an item. Shuttle bay level 2. We haven't even got to repairing that. So there's trade stuff as well. I mean... Okay. So the error ring is going to be about trading, which I presume is going to be about everything. Holy, there's a lot to do. Now, obviously, if the game is going to take you over the whole course of like all the 7 seasons of Voyager, then, you know, I assume you'll get all of this unlocked as you go, and I assume stuff in here will unlock as you go as well, but That's crazy. The amount of stuff here is lunacy. Okay, it's ready to use. And now I need to fly back to Okampa. Okay, so let's go back to the system. Get my workforce in there. Is there anything else that I can actually clear or do? Can I repair this? I can repair this. Let's think. Sure. It takes a little while in order for it to really... Super. So that's repaired. The only other thing I think I can repair is going to be this, right? Which is seemingly locked because I don't have whatever this material is. But I have pretty much everything else, right? Like, the only thing to realistically do would be to... Yeah, I can't repair anything else, I think, at this point. I think we are... literally out of options to do anything. Yeah, I think we're pretty much done at this point. So we're pretty much story gated right now, right? Sure. Captain, we reached our destination. Let's send our away team. Oh, I've got to have Kess, do I? Okay. I mean, we're going to take Tuvok again. And I feel like Balada's just better than Harry. I don't know what this is. Right, do I meet everything? I do meet everything. And I need to take her because I need an Okampa. Gotcha. Alright, well, then I guess we go. Upon materializing near the tunnel entrance, group of Kazon is already there, tinkering with the security barrier in frustration. As soon as they notice the away team, they reach for their weapons but hesitate. Careful! Shouts one of them. Don't let them butter you up. Captain, the Kazon seem to be more cautious this time, but they're still ready to attack. What are our orders? Well, we're not going to do this because this is going to give us a big failure rate. This will give me a big success rate. And that's just a show of force. So, I guess we go for the... I mean, you always go for the guaranteed, right? The away team uses a transport module to beam a small plant into the Kazon camp. The small appearance of a strange green object causes confusion and alarm among the Kazon, allowing the away team to slip past them and enter the tunnel unnoticed. Captain, we've reached the tunnel entrance using the transport signal amplifier now to find possible breaches in the security barrier. So we can use everybody, or I could just use Balada. It's already fatigued. So let's just do this. Because at least that way it gives Balada a chance to rest, right? The away team deploys the transport signal amplifier, carefully scanning the barrier for any vulnerability. After 10 to 15 minutes, they locate a small breach in the energy field. They successfully transport themselves through the opening and into the tunnel. Beyond the barrier, the tunnel opens into a breathtaking sight. Embedded into a large cavern, a futuristic environment with smooth white walls emerges in front of the away team, glowing in a warm white light and littered with patches of green, the Okampa City. Captain, we're inside the Okampa City, but it's amazing from streets and chambers. How should we proceed? Oh dear. So we've got a chance of failure here, we've got a mega chance of failure. So I guess we'll try this. Okay. Kess approaches a group of Okampa respectfully asking for assistance and locating the missing Tom and Chakotay. The Okampa, touched by concern, eagerly provide directions to a medical facility. The away team eventually finds their crew members awake but disorientated. Surrounded by strange medical equipment, Chakotay instinctively reaches for a weapon before any confrontation can occur. The ground starts to shake violently. A message from Janeway cuts through the joy of reunion. The caretaker array has apparently repositioned itself and is now firing at the tunnel entrance. We need to get out of here. I guess we do the thing with a guaranteed success. The away team clears the path through the collapsed tunnels, using their phasers to blast away debris and create a safe passage. They dodge falling rocks and collapsing ceilings, ensuring everyone escapes safely. Soon, they reach the exit, the security barrier, the only thing standing between them and their escape. The Trevors are interfering with the signal amplifier's focus, Captain. Their connection is consistently being interrupted. We can't beam out like this. Okay, so who have I used? I used Tuvok, so I feel like if I just do that, right? Oh, it's the last one as well. I should have thought about it. We rolled a 0? The team analyzes the tremor's interference on the pattern and quickly recalibrates the transport signal amplifier to compensate. The transport signal stabilizes, allowing the away team to log onto the beam and materialize safely back on Voyager. That was good. That was quite easy. We passed everything. We've recruited Chakotay. Hooray! Back on Voyager, Tom Paris breathes a sigh of relief while Chakotay eyes his Starfleet rescuers with suspicion. The Marquis commander struggles to understand this sudden alliance. Captain Chakotay, welcome aboard Voyager. I'm Captain Catherine Janeway, and Mr. Paris. It's good to have my pilot back. What? No champagne? Not even the replicated? I'm Commander Chakotay of the Marquis. Taurus, what's going on here? Long story, Chakotay. Short version, we're stuck with Federation sycophants in the Delta Quadrant. And we share a common goal, getting back home. Anything you learned on the planet that can help us? Sure. What can you tell us about the Ocampa? Naive, friendly, they don't get out much, and that's good, because they wouldn't survive. Apparently they've been living underground for longer than anyone can remember. That's true, our ancestors lived on the surface once. Ancient journals tell us the caretaker opened a deep chasm and led us underground. Any idea why? Probably to protect them from the other guys. They mentioned a warming? The day our service turned into a desert. On that day, the caretaker appeared and built our city. Since then, he has provided for the Ocampa to ensure their survival. Say again, Lieutenant Tuvok. There is enough evidence for me to form a reasonable hypothesis, Captain. The Ocampa homeworld turned into a desert from one day to the next. The caretaker's immediate arrival seems to be no coincidence. I assume he was responsible for the ecological damage, building the underground city, and caring for them. He seems to be trying to make amends. But how could he cause such devastation to render a planet incapable of sustaining life? I confess I do not know, Captain. Did you learn anything about the caretaker? They say he's been acting out of the ordinary later, abducting people, and he increased their power supply to half a decade. And he destroyed the tunnels. It sounds like he's preparing for something, but what? I can't actually remember why this is all happening. I presume it's to protect the Ocampa from the other races on the surface. The caretaker mentioned that you might have what he needs. Can you make sense of that? We woke up covered in scabs. The Ocampa said we were sent away to prevent some kind of plague. Except we weren't sick before. They also mentioned others with the same disease, but they didn't last. They died? I want you both in sickbay now. Captain, their condition is unusual. It appears to be a cellular disruption caused by the introduction of foreign genetic material. Their bodies are rejecting it rather violently, I might add. They're fortunate a few more days and the cellular disruption would have been fatal. Foreign genetic material for what purpose? An excellent question, Commander. It appears to have been introduced deliberately, though why anyone would want to inject them with incompatible DNA is beyond my comprehension. What is Caretaker trying to do? I cannot remember. I've already started the treatment with my expertise. They should make a full recovery. Captain, there is now enough evidence to perform a reasonable hypothesis. Oh, we love Vulcans, don't we? The Caretaker provides the Ocampa with a mere 5 years worth of energy, then destroys the access tunnel. In addition, he frequently mentions running out of time. The Caretaker has sustained the Ocampa for millennia. Why this sudden urgency? It is illogical. My conclusion is that he doesn't intend to continue his role as Caretaker. He's dying. Yes, we know this. The Doctor's discovery further confirms my hypothesis. The Caretaker is enacting measures to safeguard the Ocampa for as long as possible. However, they will run out of energy eventually, so he seeks a successor, one capable of ensuring his life's work. This explains the abduction. So he's trying to turn someone into the new Caretaker. I believe that Caretaker is dying. If he dies, how the hell are we supposed to get home? We have to return to the array before it's too late. Captain, given the Caretaker's wrong, a more assertive approach may be necessary. The Vulcan's right. If the overgrown energy blob points at his home, we'll blast the way out. Phasers, torpedoes, the whole shebang. I believe a bit of tactical planning is in order. Shields first, then phasers. Guess what? I've done everything already. We're as ready as we'll ever be. Let's show this quadrant what we're really made of. I guess we go back to the array, right? I like how it just simply 180s it, right? Oh, we researched crew quarters, did we? Okay. Guess combat. The only thing I can realistically do is rotate this. Because I assume this is what this is going to be soon. I'm going to have to do some space combat, right? Okay. Captain, we reached our destination. Orders. Oh, there's somebody else here. There's a lot of somebody else here. It seems we were expected, Captain. It's the Kazon, and the lead ship is hailing us. They're probably not calling to chat. I'll have our marquee raider manned. You'll have support if this turns into a fight, Captain. Excellent idea, but let's see what the Kazon have to say first. Back for more, are you? Don't think your silk tongue will work this time. All we care about is getting home, Jibin. We will beam over to the array and see if we can arrange that. Oh, I'm sure you have another fancy speech prepared for the entity, but I won't allow it. We have no dispute with you. Of course not. You'd rather talk your way to getting what you want. This is absurd. We have no intention of challenging you. I'm not as gullible as you think. The array's power is mine. Javin, can we discuss this like two civilized... He's disconnected, Captain, and they're powering up their weapons. Battle stations! Okay, so, space combat. Each combat encounter you may choose up to 3 heroes to utilize their specific strengths and abilities. Click on the plus symbols to select new heroes. Okay, so, I've got Voyager and the Marquee Raider versus the Carrier and 2 vessels. I mean, I presume we want Tuvok, I presume we want Paris, and I assume we'll want telepathic attack. That's amazing. Rousing speech! No, we'll take Chakotay. I guess. Use cloaking. We'll get cloaking. That's crazy. The Voyager will fight semi-autonomously. Phases are fired automatically. Torpedoes manually. You control the ship by opening the command menu and deciding how to approach the enemy.
What are your orders, Captain? Holy.
Okay. What am I doing? Right. So we've got cooldowns for abilities. Complete. What are your orders, Captain? Oh, E. I see. Order your ship to try and attack or defend your side with either defensive or offensive movement. Fleeing requires enemy engines to be damaged while surrendering across refill form payment. You can also repair damaged subsystems. Proceed to offensive movement. Okay, I see. So we've got weapons, a shield, warp core, or...
So need to attack the front, Captain.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. In battle, the hero's abilities can be activated either by selecting them with the mouse or by pressing the number keys. A blue countdown indicates that the ability is activated. Right, okay. While a white countdown shows the cooldown time until it's ready. Yes, okay. So
ability ready, Captain.
So have the Raider attack.
Ability ready.
Torpedoes have to be fired manually, shift key, or left trigger on control. They're very causing great damage, however their effect is negative, so make sure you fire from the right angle. Right. Enemy shields destroyed, so... Voyager just did like a...
Ability ready, Captain.
Enemy shields destroyed.
Enemy is surrendered.
I mean, if I've destroyed the main ship, it's
Ability
fine.
ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. An enemy is surrendered.
Every time I hit Paris and do a maneuver, it just flips. I'm gonna just fire a torpedo. Combat result: win. That went better as expected. Our raid is still in good ship. I'll keep it close by just in case more Kazon decide to show up. You are strong, Captain, but there is strength in numbers. I have called for reinforcements. This array will be mine. I wonder if you can actually lose that fight. I don't think you can because you fire out with support. But if you do nothing, I guess. Yeah. But I guess we don't have much time. Hail. Ooh, hail he array. Well, aren't you persistent? We need you to send us back where we came from. Impossible. I barely enough strength to complete my work. I must protect the Acampa. If I don't, the Kazon will steal their water. They won't be able to survive. You must let go of the... Did you ever consider allowing the Acampa to care for themselves? They're children. Children grow up. They need challenges. Maybe the Acampa are stronger than you think. Send us home. Oh, I could confront him. Send us home. You've dragged us into this. You need to send us... His reinforcements have arrived. I can try to access the array system. Transport us to the Alpha Quadrant. Ooh. I'm fading. Time is up. If you leave, the array will be left to the Kazon. They will annihilate the Acampa. You must destroy it. Don't listen to him. We'll be stranded. Please protect the Acampa. The caretaker fades away, collapsing into an inert crystalline form. Janeway is now faced with an impossible choice. Return home to the Alpha Quadrant, leaving the Acampa defenseless, or sacrifice the Voyager's return to the state. The clock is ticking. He's gone. Captain, the Kazon are closing in. Shall I try to access the primary... So... Oh my god. So you could do the story and then continue, or you could access primary control systems. I mean, you've got to do it, right? You have to see what happens if... You have to see what happens if you're going to control home. If you're going to go home, right? Protecting the Acampa would violate the Prime Directive. My responsibility is to this crew. Access the control systems. We're going home. You're abandoning the Acampa? To hell with the Prime Directive. They deserve a chance to live. You are... 60% control chance. I mean, I'm going to presume it's going to auto-fail us, because otherwise, you know, it'll be fun to end the story, but that would be cool. I'm going to try it. I'm absolutely going to. It's my shop. Commander Tuvok, now. Attempt to access the private control systems. Ah, I can't initiate the transit. The Kazon, they're preparing to board the array. You must destroy the array. Protect my people. Since fate has made our choice for us. The array's our only way out of it. Well, I mean, you know, tracker boat. Device is ready. Fire. Fire! There it goes. We'll find another way home, I promise. Who do you think you are, making the decision for all of us? It was the right decision, Balana. The Acampa, they remind me of our people. We're fighting a more powerful enemy to protect our own. The Acampa deserve that too. 70,000 light years. We're really stranded, aren't we? Great. Now I've definitely missed my next Outmeet review. A misbehavior review should not be your primary concern at the moment, Mr. Paris. Ah, thanks, Tuvok. Hadn't thought about that. Jabin is hailing us, Captain. You have made an enemy today. Mr. Paris, put some distance between us and this place. Voyager's hull can be damaged in combat, dialogue, spatial phenomena, or if the main deflector is offline. If the hull reaches zero, Voyager will be destroyed and the game is over. The hull doesn't regenerate by itself. Not yet. Not until I get that precious Borg technology. Okay, I think that is a good place to end it. That's pretty much the entirety of the that's pretty much all of the caretaker story, right? That is like the actual beginning. So it'll be interesting. We'll clearly have to come back to this and try it out once the actual game is fully released. But until then, this has been fun. I will put a link if you want to try out the demo for yourself, or if you want to wishlist it or anything out. This isn't a paid thing. I had fun. But, you know, considering that the caretaker, I believe Voyager started with a 2-part episode, this has felt like a 2-part episode in terms of how long this has taken. So, yeah, no, I mean, this has been fun. I'll probably try more. There's still more to the demo to go, apparently. So, I have no idea But yeah, this has been pretty cool, and we'll see what happens next. Thank you very much for watching. As always, we'll be back next time with even more gaming of some variety. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let us know in the comments below what you thought, and if you like your Star Trek and you want to get into this. Otherwise, until the next time, as always, I've been Pete Timescreen, never coach for Project Phoenix Productions, and until we see you again, all I can say is take care, stay safe, and play more games.